And hey, we're up.
And we're live.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome back to the weekend, and welcome to the channel where we invite you to join us live.
Absolutely.
For podcasts every weekday at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time.
You know, that's a good point because I always thought we should put in the Eastern part, but yeah, I get it. So what is Friday for us? Is this?
Oh, it's a freestyle day. Anything goes today.
Freestyle.
As you can see here, we've got our third. This is Raven, my girlfriend. Almost 5 years now we've been together.
Yeah, we thought we should do something. It's freestyle. It's different. We're gonna do something different. We might as well. It's Friday, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, like it, or don't like it. We'll see.
Mixing it up a little bit here.
We're definitely mixing it up.
Mixing it up. Huh?
I like that. I like it. It gives us the freedom to do what we want to do.
Yeah. Now we mentioned before. I believe that we would have Raven on the channel at some point, and most likely it would probably lead into all things dog.
Man, Logan's quick. Logan, I gotta know: are you subscribed to Wheelhouse? And if you are, do you have the bell notification? If you do, I really appreciate that. Let me know because you want to see a challenge, and we'll get into that later.
Ooh.
Remind us.
Yeah, we weren't prepared for a challenge.
That was quick. That guy was quick.
Give some ideas if you have challenges.
Gets us live in person.
I like that. So what have we got on? What are we talking about today on Freestyle?
What would you like to talk about?
You kind of the guest.
All things dogs.
She's the guest of honor.
So
she deserves first go. I think.
Okay. Well,
alrighty. Well, we can talk about dogs. That's fine. Talk about really anything. But
Appreciate that, Logan.
Most important factor is dogs here today. So we got both the dogs here.
Yeah, we got both dogs here, Jewel and Sydney. We introduced them on the channel earlier this week.
We did.
In fact, Raven found another dog today.
Heck yeah, I did.
Did you really?
It's a husky.
Oh,
how old was that?
3, I think.
3?
3 years, 3 months.
3 years.
Okay, because
Yeah,
we all know that I'm dumb. I gotta make
Yes,
sure.
and he's a male. Someone was looking to rehome him, and I tagged Dylan in it because we were just talking about Husky Australian Shepherd mixes.
Oh, beautiful.
And
I love it.
exactly.
I love
And so I tagged him in it because 1, it's a Husky, and then 2, it has 2 different colored eyes, just like both of the dogs, which I can get into.
That was a selling point for us.
Absolutely. I tagged him in it, and I told him, it's like, we have, like, how cool would it be to have 3 dogs, or all of them with a brown eye and all of them with a blue eye? So.
And aren't Sydney and Jewel reversed?
Yes, they are exact opposites.
So if you guys don't know, obviously you have met Sydney and Jewel. Jewel being believed she's a fully bred Australian Shepherd. Sydney being, well,
half and half.
Half and half, we think.
About as good as you're gonna get.
But Sydney was definitely Sydney was our thing that before Raven came in.
She's 4 years.
She's 4, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Birthday is June 19th.
See, this is
anyone needs to know.
That's crazy.
Guess the honor
Isn't
knows
that?
everything.
Wow,
It is
she's
crazy.
4 years old.
Yes. So, and then Jules 2. Do you want me to just go into it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, come here, Sydney Bean. We'll start with Sydney.
Good deal. Boxer mix.
I love it.
Interesting.
All right.
Logan, you do have an Australian Shepherd, yeah. A boxer mix. How's that? Well, let's get it now. I want to ask about that later for sure.
Oh, Sydney, look.
Look at what's up here. No, don't jump down.
Look
at the camera.
Her eyes are gonna be red.
You can't really tell.
Devil dog.
Please, this one's brown and then this one's blue.
Yeah.
So you'll see that with Jewel also. It's actually an extremely common trait with Australian Shepherds. Most of them actually have the 2 different colored eyes, but there's also a large majority that also have the standard eyes, either blue or brown, green, doesn't really matter.
Do you think it's more common in the Merles?
I don't know. I haven't found a trend or anything with that, but I will look into it and I will let you know what the statistics say.
So there's a red merle and a blue merle, correct?
So, that's what I was getting to next. So you can see the coats. Sydney is Sydney is considered a red merle. Red merles typically have more of merles in general typically have more white around their neck and their chest. You can see Sydney has her chest is white, but you'll see it on Jewel more. But Sydney's considered a merle because she has the spots on her. So you can see like a brown spot. There's brown, white mixed in here. So she's considered the red merle just because of that. There's also a bicolor, tricolor, and then there is the single color. You can get in all black, all white, whatever. Actually, typically all white Australian Shepherds, they're called double merles. It's not all the time, but sometimes. And so you can't breed two merles together. So say Sydney was a male and Jewel was female, you can't breed them together because it modifies their genetics horribly to make them blind or deaf. And it typically causes them to be all white.
Don't want that.
No,
Right.
no.
We did want an all-white Australian
We
Shepherd at first.
did. There was
Could not find one.
somebody that was drifting on Instagram that we saw,
Yeah.
and they had an all-white Aussie, and that's what kind of started the whole Aussie thing for us, I think.
Yeah, and so we were actually looking at one of Jules' litters. There was one that was mostly all white. Her face was white and stuff, and most of her body was, but she had some brown in her. She wasn't double merle, of course, but it is possible to have a full white Australian Shepherd and not be a double merle.
Really?
gene.
But it's
Yes,
gotta be like a rare
yeah,
thing,
it's not too common. You have to have the right mixes.
like, humans having two colored eyes is a rare trait.
Right, exactly. It's kind of like, I don't know. I wouldn't say kind of like an autism or fluke thing because it's called improper breeding.
Right, yeah.
Backyard breeding is a common term for the Australian Shepherd world. But that's typically how double merles come. It's just you're on, you just don't know about it. So hold on, Sydney. Let me just show one more thing.
Oh.
Quick about the coats again. You can see Sydney's is short. I mean, she needs trim, but hers is more short, doesn't stick up.
She wants the ball.
So, like I said, you can have the merles, a blue merle, red merle. You can have a tricolor, which is, there's 3 different colors. Typically, it's a solid with white and like a little bit of brown or a different color. And then you can have a bicolor, which is just 2 colors, black and white, brown and white. Typically, there's white in there, but it can also just be black and brown. And then you can have single colors, of course. The all black, all white, whatever. So Jewel here, come here, baby.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Jewel's considered a blue merle. Come here.
Not me.
She has actually almost all the colors
She
in
wants
her.
up.
Oh,
I
Sydney, don't be
see.
jealous. So Sydney,
She's
obviously,
very jealous.
She's a jealous.
She was
dog.
alone for 2 years before Jewel came.
Right? Yes, playing off on that.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
I would definitely recommend getting
2
2 dogs.
Jewel, come.
I guess they don't recommend getting them from the same litter, but
No, because you can have litter mate syndrome.
definitely having 2 is nice.
You gotta come.
I was a little annoyed that we went through the puppy stage twice.
Yeah, that's.
We got through it fairly lucky.
Do you want to talk about Sydney's
I think it's an
puppy?
important factor since we're on dogs.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah. I mean, I do think that we got pretty lucky with both the dogs.
Yes.
But
Yes,
Every dog is different. Always remember that when you
Yeah.
have dogs.
I agree. Sydney's puppy stage was. It was rough.
It was different. And there's
A little rough.
challenges.
I mean, she knew how to go potty outside.
As far as like
Daily.
as an animal dog, yeah, no, Sydney was actually really good. I think Aussies are smart. Stop. But no, she did get into the flooring and
Drywall.
drywall, concrete, rocks, sticks, and she definitely had a couple episodes of being sick as a puppy because they're puppies though. They just want to chew and
She has a sensitive stomach.
And she does have a sensitive stomach. So, and we think that is because of her breeding
Not being pure.
and not being a
Yeah.
purebred. But
And-
we never got to.
Right. They didn't get to meet Sydney's parents.
Nope.
They don't know her genetic history, stuff like that, which it's important to know in a dog so you know what you're getting yourself into.
What's going on,
but
Tactical Draws? How you doing?
It's not
We've been through it, so
How's your Friday going?
don't follow our mistake.
right. I know it's a big challenge with, you go to the common pet store and typically it's a puppy mill type deal. And
Yeah.
you don't know their history and typically it's a bad history.
I know.
So,
I know.
but you can also get the backyard breeding, Jewel. You can also get the backyard breeding and you have mistakes. So, yeah, but here's Jewel. As you can see, this is what's considered blue
You
merle.
can see her eye color.
Yeah,
there.
Jewel has a really dark brown eye and then a light blue.
It's a
almost-
really light blue. And
Yes.
that's why it looks amazing because the contrast between the both are both extremes
It looks
of
like
the
she's
spectrum.
missing an
One's
eye.
really dark, one's really light.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Especially because like around her eye is also dark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and she has what they actually call a split face. So if you see here, she has a perfect straight line up her face. So
Don't let that fool you, because she'll catch anything.
yeah, she's very, very skilled. But yeah, she's considered a blue merle. That's what I was talking about with the merles. They have their whole neck is white, and then their chest is white. But it is still common for merles to not have the white. This is more of a standard merle coating. She has the spots on her back and stuff, and she does have blue in her.
She's very pretty. Yeah, she's definitely very pretty. Look at her.
Yeah, she has her brown and stuff in here and stuff like that, and it's very.
But that's common. People telling you how pretty your dog is. So,
she's
but thank you, Tactical. Yeah, she's definitely very pretty, and I'm glad you're having a good Friday. And mates, you said mates. Is that? Am I going to assume an English thing? You from overseas or you local, stateside? Painting's no fun. I hate painting. You guys like it.
Oh my god,
that's always we get about 90% done with our painting jobs.
Oh, for Britain.
Nice.
There we go. I like that.
I used to have a friend in elementary school that was from England. Really cool. I always loved hanging out with his family and stuff because they have the Britain accent.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
You know, yesterday we were talking about paintballing, and we didn't bring up Ian. He was a big part of our team.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, for sure.
I believe his dad's from Britain as well.
Really?
Yeah. He still has a little bit of an accent, but not much.
So what did you drink today? What is that? You got pints? They go out for pints and not drinks. Well, drinks too, but like, hey mate, you want to go get a pint? I don't know. Oh, that's not offensive. We're also drinking. It's Friday.
It's okay to tell him it's offensive.
Yeah, it's
better to know than not know.
If this is the first time tuning in, thank you so much. Appreciate that. But this is that's who I am. I've got no filter, and sometimes it gets me in trouble, and that gets me in trouble a lot. But no, again, thank you. And this is what we do. Not always dogs, but we thought it was a freestyle Friday, so we're gonna do something different. Bring the dogs in. Let's talk about them. Let's bring Raven in. Because look at this. How can you not like seeing dogs?
Yeah. So
puppies more than anything. Let's be real. All puppies are cute.
You want to see puppy pictures? I got puppy pictures for
tons
days.
of them. You were definitely that dog mom that was snapping everything.
Absolutely. I have videos. I have pictures. Everything.
Yeah.
And they're so cute. Like, you gotta remember those moments.
I love animals.
They're gone.
I love animals in general. So
she's hot.
Yeah, she is.
It's another 80-degree day here, at least in the garage.
It's so hot.
Fucking 8 it is.
Here, I'm in a sweatshirt, but it's hot.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's actually hotter than yesterday.
I think they still had the heat on at work today, so I'm sitting there and like when I get back from lunch is for whatever reason, I guess it just as the sun heats up the roof, it just gets warmer. And it was the heat was set to 77.5 when I walked past it, plus whatever the heat of the sun was. So I'm just sitting there at 7. I mean, I know it's hotter than that in a warehouse, but
yeah, it's definitely hotter
than
that.
Sitting in a office job with full office attire, like
right.
I don't. So sorry.
No, go ahead. Answer.
Tactical. Are the pubs closing down because of like COVID-19 and stuff?
Well, whiskey's and Coke. Is that what
that's typically that's a common drink around here.
Yeah. So
nice. Okay. Well, not nice. That sucks. It's horrible. They have here, so Pennsylvania.
Closing tomorrow for COVID?
Yeah, they're closing down until further notice.
Really?
Like what they did here.
Yeah.
Right now here in Pennsylvania, you cannot be in a like pub or bar or anything to drink. You have to order food with your drink.
Yeah, can we talk about that?
It is
and I gotta
pandemic. We have to talk about it.
Yeah, I agree. And is that what you guys get on the other side of the world as far as here in PA? And I think
we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We can go to the bars here, get a drink, but I have to order a meal with my drink. Like,
oh yeah.
Like if I'm gonna order some chicken nuggies, that chicken nuggie is gonna save me from the Rona. Are you fucking kidding me? Like it makes no sense. Like it just makes no sense.
Yeah.
A chicken nuggie is gonna save me from the Rona. Like, are you kidding me?
Well, that's even like you can go to the grocery store and grab you can drink there, but you have to eat. I mean that was before, but still I thought that was weird. I'm like, you could literally get a pack of crackers and eat it, and it's considered getting a meal.
Isn't that dumb?
Very.
Yeah. I mean it.
You know what's not dumb? Dogs. Just that.
These dogs.
Get more dogs. Buy all the dogs. Sydney, stop being jealous.
You'll hear them bark, and you can hear Jewel talks all the time.
All the
Oh
time.
my god, all the time. So you'll hear her do that. And
Hey.
Oh, Hefe! Welcome. Appreciate you.
Man, it is Friday. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's.
welcome.
See? I love it.
We talked about you yesterday, Jeff.
We did talk about, so we're not going to tell them, though. You have to go watch yesterday's
Absolutely.
episode to hear about us talk about you. And it's actually not a long one because yesterday, unfortunately, we had some mishaps. Check your Instagram. I'll check it then. Give me a minute. Yesterday we had some minor difficulties with internet, and the whole thing kind of just took a
We were mid podcast, and we lost it. Lost it totally.
Yeah, we did.
It's honestly
But that's it. And then we wanted to at least put something out so you guys could watch it.
So we actually switched directions yesterday. We didn't even get into paintball, but then we ended up doing the whole podcast on just paintball, pretty much.
And I think we could have went longer, man. Let's
Yeah.
be real. And Raven was also brought up again. And I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Thank you for joining
Thanks
in.
for having me.
Absolutely.
And thank you all for watching because there's a lot of our watchers right now.
I know.
Viewers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we're getting some interaction from them.
Yeah.
See that, and that makes it nice. So I appreciate the reaction, guys, too.
Absolutely.
Tactical and El Jefe and Logan, I appreciate you too. But no, we did. We talked about paintball yesterday. Raven was involved a lot. She was always hanging out with us because we were friends, so she would come and watch us, and then obviously started dating you, and then watch us even more. We were always doing something. We were in Pittsburgh or any of the PSP events, and El Jefe remember those. It's good times. It really was.
Even like for someone that wasn't playing, I've only ever played woods ball.
Oh my goodness.
There they are.
Yeah.
That was loud.
That's
Sorry,
the dogs
guys.
for you.
Sorry.
Sorry,
dear guy.
I only ever played woods ball with my family. I never played like tournaments and stuff with them or anything, but even just as a viewer, it was always fun. And like these guys used to have 2 other guys living here in the house with them whenever they first moved in, whenever Dylan and I first started dating, whatever. And I met one of the other roommates through paintball back 7 years ago. Met his mom. I was hanging out with his mom at this tournament, and she brought us sandwiches.
It was a family thing.
It was great.
That's probably one of the few sports where the whole family, you really get a lot of support and a lot of backing.
I think so.
I mean, you do with basketball and baseball and stuff like that, but
it's so much more
Yeah.
than just a simple game on a Saturday or Monday and stuff. You have a whole day event, and like it's exhausting.
And it really is a whole day event.
Yeah, you travel for it, and I know there's traveling sports and stuff, but
I mean, we're also not flying the private jets, which would be nice.
I mean,
but
we'll get
no,
there.
you're right. Definitely, they are whole day events, and we took that shit serious. Like we would go to an event, and we would not talk to anybody. It was the team in the pits, and we were planning, figuring out what the plays and what we were gonna do.
Yeah, you need for paintball, you need a full support system to get through a day. If you need something, like someone has to go get it. You run out of Gatorade, stuff like that. I get you have breaks and everything in between the tournaments, but you need your support system there to do stuff for you. And even just like whether it's physically go get something for you or just emotionally be there for you because you're just exhausted. You need that extra boost every time.
Absolutely.
You're like, come on, you got this. You guys are killing it. You gotta go. Like just one
hype
more
man.
round. Yeah, you have
hype man or woman. Sorry, hype woman.
That's
yes.
Fine. You need the whole support system.
I agree.
Makes it so much more worth it.
Honorable
being there.
mention. Aaron's mom.
Absolutely. That's who made me sandwiches.
We caught her yesterday, actually.
Yeah. And honestly, like not to get too sentimental and tear up a little bit, but we all of us that played with that GZ and Shenanigans, our support system, my parents, your parents, Aaron's, Alex, everybody's parents were involved in some way, shape, or form. Whether before event we were staying at one person's house because we were all going to travel the next day. It was amazing. Yeah. No, that's you nailed it, Raven. Absolutely nailed it. Having a support system is amazing.
Yeah, like you guys can provide that aspect of being in there, playing stuff like that, and I'm here to provide the aspect of sitting on the sidelines, but yet you're still an important team player in the whole tournament.
Yeah, especially coaching. Coaching was big.
Yeah.
In the events that you were allowed.
Yes, I was gonna say because
There's a lot.
PSP, we were. I
You
don't know
have
if
like
you
a
are now.
designated- I think you have one designated coach, right?
Yeah, 'cause you couldn't have everybody yelling at.
I think Pittsburgh. Well, again, we played a long time ago.
Yeah.
So that PSP event itself that we played, you know, running snake side, everybody and anybody is yelling at you from the side. But now I think you're right. It is designated. They actually have it roped off. So yes, the crowd is still behind, but they actually have it taped off that there is one designated coach the whole time. And obviously now that would be a lot easier playing now. So all I had to do was like either hear that guy's voice or that woman's voice, and then I know what I'm doing. You know, snake 50, snake 75's out. You know, that's a K. Let's push. You know, then you got 50, center 50, shit like that. Hey, it's okay, Logan. No worries, buddy. Thank you for tuning in. You've been tuning in all week, dude. Awesome.
You can watch the rest of it later tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
If you don't
Rewatch
mind.
all of it. Whatever suits you.
It's a lot of
Over
fun.
here.
So, what do you guys think? I actually want to ask. I know it's Freestyle Friday. How's the audio? Is everything working out? This is actually the first time doing 3 people, and I'm having a ton of fun with it. By the way, this is so much fun. Is 3 people okay? You guys, we're obviously we're building. We're gonna get better, more equipment, more space,
Better setup, like
Yes.
layout wise,
Is
stuff like that.
3 people good? Where everything audio's good, having fun.
Do you prefer like to keep 3 people to a single day? Do you want a 3-person thing all the time? To like every now and then, give us input, critiques, whatever. Just rather have the feedback than not. So because we're not going to get better without feedback.
Shameless plug. Obviously, you guys are here for his channel. Your Instagram is Duckpin.
Duckpin_FD. Obviously, the FD being my
Jeez.
past. Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, you might be able to relive
My
that
past and maybe future.
Maybe.
Probably future. If it
Check
ends
them
up
out. Hit them up.
If you got questions for me, Rotary related,
Yep.
I'm your guy.
We have the WheelHouse Instagram and Facebook page.
Wheelhouse,
too.
Instagram, Facebook. Check us out.
Yep. Get the general grouping here. Contacting us on there.
Yeah, I agree.
Jake has his personal Instagram.
I say it every time, but I
Yeah.
fuck it up every time. I don't know. It's
J.Cachet.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
J.Cachet, Cachat on Instagram. Check me out. Same thing. If you don't get a hold of them, you get a hold of me. Shoot me a DM. Let me know what you guys think or want to talk about or what you want to see.
Yeah, if you guys have a topic that you want covered, you want to hear more about something, you've heard something over the past 2 weeks, tell us. We'll elaborate as much as you want. Anything that.
Yeah,
Here we go.
we're gonna do another plug here. Shout out to our mic. We're getting so far some positive feedback on the audio.
Yeah, Al Hefe thinks it's
Nice.
great. Tactical all the way in Britain thinks it's great. It might be your internet. You never know. Let's be real. It could be our camera too. It's outdated.
Yeah, there is whenever like we watch live here while they're doing it live, there is always a little bit of a setback.
Yeah, a little bit.
I haven't timed it out perfectly yet, but it can range up to 30 seconds. Then if there's a pause in the video, sometimes YouTube has delays itself also.
Yeah.
So it really kind of depends. But yeah, we try. We'll see the stuff pop up a little bit past after we talked about the topic. But
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you see that, but
Yeah.
jump right back onto it.
Yeah, but obviously, Tactical's out having a pint with the mates.
Yeah.
What's everybody else getting into this weekend?
Hefe, what you
Anything big
doing?
coming up here in Chambersburg?
This weekend? Well, we had Apple Fest the past weekend, right?
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, we know what's happening next
Did
weekend,
the whole
so.
real big
Yeah.
Apple Fest? Oh, calm down, baby. Did the real big Apple Fest ever happen in
No,
Biglerville?
it was
Or
canceled.
canceled?
Artsville.
Orange. Oh,
Yeah. I will clarify that now. It is Artsville. Okay.
Thank goodness
The
somebody's
D is-
here that's got a brain.
Yeah, the D is kind of silent, but it's still not fully, and same with the T. It just flows, okay?
The
but there
fucking
is
English
a D and a T
language.
in there. It's Pennsylvania Dutch, man.
Oh,
so
that's actually way
yeah,
better.
it's Artsville.
Pennsylvania.
It's actually a very big, like, people come from all over the United States. I don't know about out of state, but people.
I would actually believe they probably do. You're right.
Yeah, it's
Oh, dude.
really blown up. I don't
Yeah.
remember what the annual
Well,
hearing is.
Are you
but-
talking about the ones in again Artsville? You said that, but is it the same one that I went to like last year, the year before, that you had to take a bus?
Yes, you
Yeah, you
park
take
at a
bus.
separate location, then you
Mhm.
take the bus to the
Jeepers
actual event.
creepers.
Unless you are a vendor or handicapped,
Right.
then you need that easily accessible.
Sydney, where you at?
Um,
Come here.
But yeah, it's
you're
a
there.
big thing. It was canceled this year because of COVID, but it
Can
is.
we all just agree?
all thing
COVID,
apples.
jeepers, creepers.
Yeah, it's
Really fucked up
nuts.
2020 for everybody.
Yeah, we lost Apple Harvest. It's Apple Harvest Festival.
Yes.
Did you Google that?
No, I didn't. But maybe people might not even know this, especially people overseas. But where we live is it's like a hub for apple manufacturing and apple growing. We have
I'll elaborate.
What is it?
Oh, they got
okay.
Yeah.
So
got it.
So obviously where we're from, it's
Pennsylvania.
a hub.
Oh, real quick before they go into this, it's a good spiel. I'm telling you. Hey, Tactical, what is the thing over there in Britain? Do you have your own
Apple Fest, Corn Fest, Orange Fest,
something?
banana,
Pumpkin
Fest? Do you have your own fest? Let us know.
Sausage.
Type us in.
Oh wow.
Sausage? No, Germany. The Oktoberfest is a fucking thing.
Yes.
Yeah, Oktoberfest.
I wish we. Oh God.
We celebrate a little bit here, but it's
we always
it's
do.
nothing like a classic Oktoberfest over there. So.
But anyways, continue on. What is it? Apple
So.
Work sucks,
The states
Jeff
here
negative.
have, I'm sure other places do as well. They have like their food kind of. So like Florida is oranges, but here in Pennsylvania it's apples.
So actually in our town, we grow apples in the area.
A bunch of orchards around.
But we have one applesauce factory right down the road.
Yeah.
Where they also make apple. It's a Mott's, I believe, facility.
Or
Nous. Yeah.
Yep.
Knouse.
And then Mott's is another facility outside of our town, but in the area.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
So those are pretty well-known brands. Maybe not overseas. I'm not sure.
Probably not. I wouldn't believe
That'd
so.
be interesting to know.
What's he said? What we got?
UK.
Harvest Festival.
Harvest
So
Festival.
that's so that's kind of like what we experienced here in town last weekend. It is it wasn't, they called it Apple Fest, but really I don't think it should have been called Apple Fest because it was generic harvest festival. So pumpkins, apples. It wasn't, whenever you do Apple Harvest Festival in Arntsville, that is surrounded by apples. I mean, you can buy bags of apples, you can buy apple pie, candied apples, caramel apples, you can buy whatever.
Apple peeler.
Yes, you can buy literally anything you could possibly want. They have like a gas-powered apple peeler, so you fill it up, and it just like it peels them, and you just stick it on, and it goes.
Typical Americans.
I mean,
typical fucking Americans to put
nuts.
a gas-powered anything.
Well, so we also live in an area where Amish are very prominent. You know.
Yeah.
Oh
So
God, you're gonna
we've
lose
got
him. You're gonna lose him on Amish.
A lot of old time
Just Google it.
equipment,
The
and
Amish.
farmers, and everything.
You have Amish and Mennonite. You guys keep referencing the Amish. There's Amish, Mennonite, which,
Yeah,
and
but
I think the
we have
Mennonite
both.
are the ones that are previously the Pennsylvania Dutch, which actually comes from the Pennsylvania
Dutch
Dutch
apples.
is German descendants.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So
you're right. You're
there
right.
is ties in there, but Pennsylvania Dutch, I mean, you can look up a whoopie pie. So whoopie pies are Pennsylvania Dutch, and they're super good. They're so light and fluffy, and
I'm not a big sweet fan,
good.
but yeah, I see why you guys really like them because
yeah,
they're intriguing.
You can get different flavors.
I wonder if whoopie pies are they known worldwide.
They're probably called something different.
They got moon pies, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you go down
They might be
south
the
and
same
even they don't
thing.
know whoopie pies typically.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Um,
I do believe that obviously every section of we'll just say America has their own thing.
Mhm.
So down
Go out
south
west,
you
it's
have
completely
barbecue
different.
and whatnot. And then the West Coast has In and Out. That's about it. They got In and Out. So.
Well, so Pennsylvania, I'm gonna say that we've got the apple. Okay, you've got the Georgia peach. You got
True.
Florida
Yeah.
orange.
Yep.
Idaho has the potato.
Potatoes.
Who's
Is
got
that a real thing? Can we confirm that? Because
Idaho?
it just sounds made
Idaho
up.
does produce a lot of potatoes.
Yeah, go ahead. Mennonites. Yeah, Mennonites. Sorry, see the camera and just did that thing. I don't know. Does Idaho really have just
Yes.
potatoes?
No, not just potatoes, but for whatever reason, I think that particular area of the United States, the land is just like perfect for growing potatoes.
I feel like aren't potatoes like super easy to grow though? You basically just put a
Or
fucking
maybe they-
seed in
maybe they
in a
can't
fucking
grow
ground and
anything
it
else.
just grows. It like tomatoes are hard to grow. They're technical. Strawberries I think a little bit hard to grow, and other shit like that's a little bit hard to grow. I think potatoes are like the easiest. You poke a hole in the ground, you put the fucking seed in, you water it, and call it a day, or let rain take over.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. We might need it. I'm not a farmer.
Yeah, PA's cool. I don't. Well, we don't mind PA. The snow I hate. We talked about the other day.
snow's-
Freestyle Friday. Let's talk about snow. I fucking hate it. I hate snow.
Oh, but see, okay, I love snowboarding and skiing.
And yeah, you do.
In fact, like I mentioned in one of the other videos, Japan, I think we left out an entire, I went snowboarding for 2 days in Japan, and I don't think we talked about that.
We did not. Well, you mentioned about snowboarding in Japan, but I don't think because that's a whole story. Because that sounded like a lot of fun about you snowboarding. You want to touch on that? And the dogs are going.
Yeah, we can swing into that. So
it gets cold here. I don't.
We don't really see below freezing hardly ever.
What is today? October 23rd?
Yeah.
It's October 23rd in the States, and today it's 80 degrees.
It's abnormally warm for this time of year, but okay, we'll talk
about the Japan story. The snowboarding, because if you want to see the full Japan story, I think it's episode 3 or 4. Check it out.
I don't think we talked about snowboarding in Japan.
You talked about Japan in your trip. It was a good time you had.
Yeah.
But we did not talk about, you definitely did not talk about you snowboarding in Japan.
Yeah, so we're just far enough north where we see snow on a somewhat regular basis in the wintertime.
What did you say, October,
but
November?
We also live in an area where we see the 4 seasons. We've got
October, November, December. So probably what? November to February. February we get snow.
Yeah, in our area, the ski resorts open. They try to open by the new year, but I don't know. You never know. It depends on the weather, how cold it's been this year. It's obviously still pretty warm, so it might take them a while.
Last year was a pretty rough year.
Yeah, last year was a rough year, and the year before, light on snow, but no shortage of cold weather. That's for sure. The coldest months we probably see, I would say December to early mid-March probably. So as you can tell, COVID hit this year, and March is the month where we get out of the cold weather. But then COVID hit, so everybody's anxious to get out, and we're all stuck. But it is what happens. Yeah, so we'll lead into the Japan story, another Japan story now. After that, snowboarding. If you didn't watch one of the other videos, we talked about Japan and a couple of the trips that we did while we were there. But we traveled to the mountains, and in Japan, the mountains are super rocky. So it was probably a 2 or 3 hour car ride from where we stayed to get to, I don't remember the name of the mountain range where we went, but it's crazy how flat it is in the valleys and then how steep the mountains are because the mountains are so young that they haven't been eroded yet. And they also haven't reached their peak height. But we got fortunate when we got there. Normally in Japan, it snows it could snow 5 feet in a day or two. And we got there just as it was stopping the snow. And we stayed at a hostel, which was pretty cool. I've never done that before. But, a hostel is kind of like just an apartment that's open. It's like free range. You kind of pay for a room for the night. But anybody could be in and out. It's like a dorm. You've got a bedroom, but it's a communal bathroom, communal kitchen, communal dining area, all that stuff. So we met some other people, and the wintertime in Japan is summertime in Australia. So a lot of Australians travel to northern climates, especially Japan, at that time of year because it's so hot in Australia. But anyways, the first day we went out, we had 3-4 feet of fresh powder, and it was insane. It's real fun, you get to ride through trees and stuff. But like I said, the mountain's super steep, so your runs weren't that long. They're just real technical. But the second day when we went, it was so windy where when you get to these types of resorts, they don't have lights to stay open all night. So you typically have till about 3-4 o'clock when it gets dark. So we get there the second day, which was Sunday, and it was about 10:30 till we were ready to get on the mountain. But the line was so long because they had closed it because it was windy. So the chairlift, chairs are just swinging, and it's unsafe, so they can't put people on the lifts. So we look, and the line's like all the way from the ticket booth and the chairlift down to the road. And at that point, we're like, it's going to be an hour and a half till we get on the lift.
Right.
Which puts us at probably 12. And then the mountain's going to close at 3. So we're like, what? Like, I'm not standing in line for an hour and a half just to ride for maybe 3 hours.
And that was just because of the wind then.
Yeah.
But if the wind wasn't there, you guys could have rode.
Yeah, it
it
was so windy.
Now,
but it was still a cool experience.
Was it better than stateside or worse, or was just the experience? You know, obviously, dumb comment incoming. Mount Fuji, I believe, is in Japan. One of the largest mountains.
But
so they have mountain ranges.
Right.
That's way better. I mean,
Japan,
than the stateside.
Is a mountain basically.
It's an island with mountains on it, or
Formed from a
volcanoes,
mountain.
or whatever. Yeah. So, but they have snow. Do you think they're better than stateside?
You may have missed it, but
I did.
So Japan it's a relatively young mountain range. Oh yeah. That
Absolutely.
like here we really don't see freezing or zero, like below zero.
You feel it,
but
though.
we get wind chills that will bring it down to
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's your answer about coming to the stateside. Yeah, it gets cold in PA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the more north you go, it's going to be colder,
oh, yeah.
but the
The
wind gets worse. And
The latitude range-
Chicago too is obviously super
Yeah.
cold.
The latitude range of where we're at in Pennsylvania, I think, is probably just a little bit south from Britain, but I wouldn't say that too far.
No,
I'm out of geography. I don't know.
no, you're right. No, I agree.
I could probably have told you that at one point in time, but 10 years ago.
Would you say the mountains in Japan are better than the mountains in Colorado for snowboarding?
No,
Or vice versa?
no,
So
not
you
a
think-
chance.
Okay.
By far, the best snowboarding experience I think I've ever had was Breckenridge. We've done Breckenridge. I've done mountains in Virginia, Pennsylvania, Vermont, and we've seen mountains in New York, but they weren't that great.
Yeah, they were very.
Did you guys take us snowboarding or did
No,
not?
We
we
planned
planned
to.
to, but we didn't.
Yeah, it was this. We went through a little town and
It goes back to that. Most mountains like that, or most resorts, don't have lights because it costs so much to have lights and it costs so
Yeah.
much to make your own snow.
Like that horror movie I saw once.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's,
we bailed on it. But
don't ride the ski lifts at night.
yeah, if you're gonna take anything out of this, don't ride a ski lift at night because you'll die.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm just
dude,
kidding.
no joke, it's scary.
Yeah, I fucking believe it.
You get.
I mean,
you get stuck on a chairlift when it's like super windy, it's dark, it's cold, and it's just like silent minus the wind, and you're just swinging there, cold as crap.
yeah, no, I think that's gonna be absolute hard pass. That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, I mean that's still fun. That's why you got to pick and choose your battles when it comes to snowboarding. Like, I've learned that it's not worth me. It's not worth going snowboarding just to do it.
Oh, definitely.
I want to
not
wait
movie.
until the
There's one out there.
primo
I'll tell you later.
time and like fresh powder.
I've seen like Red Bull puts out awesome videos every year of jumping out of helos into fresh powder, top of the mountain. That looks.
I mean,
fun.
there's some cool videos even here on YouTube about like just the snowboarding
Yeah.
in a fresh lay of snow, like light fluffy snow,
I mean, there's nothing more pretty than a nice fresh
untouched
snow.
coating.
Yeah.
But I'm a Cali kid, man. I'm not really a big fan of snow, but I was.
You don't think it's
I was
pretty?
really. I wouldn't say really good. I was decent at skateboarding. I could do a lot of cool stuff, but that was my thing. Shredding on a Sunday, it's like 80 degrees. Yeah, that was my thing. Now shredding on like a Tuesday when it's like -12, I'm out. Got me.
You gotta
Done.
bundle up, brother.
Yeah.
No.
Either way, the exercise keeps you warm.
And skinny, which
Well,
I'm not anymore.
Honestly, though, you'll get
got
hot.
too old.
You get hot snowboarding. The only time you're chilly is going up the lift. That's the worst part.
Oh, because you're not moving.
Yeah.
Fair point. Fair
Yeah.
point. Yeah, I'm duly noted.
But like when we went to Breckenridge, I think it was the first day we were out because we did Breck the first day,
Right.
and man, I bundled up for the day. Like I had a book bag. I had made sure that I wasn't going to be cold because we were going to be out all day.
Right.
And I don't know. It was like 11 o'clock, Colorado's weird because it'll snow like 3 feet and then it'll be 70 degrees, bluebird day,
90.
in the middle
Hell
of the
yeah,
day.
90 degrees.
So,
I
mean, we all had to strip down to like just a long sleeve.
like that. My dad, and I'm sure most of our dads did, but my dad was always like, well, if you're cold, bundle up. And then you can always take layers off, but you can never put layers on. So, Dad, if you're in here, I appreciate you for that one. I learned that one for sure.
My parents were kind of like, oh, well, wear a jacket, stuff like that. If you don't clothe yourself enough, then I don't want to hear you complain about it. Just suck it up.
We suck it up.
It's kind of where it was. They're like, we told you to dress warm and you didn't, so you're shut
It's
out
your
of luck.
fault. Yeah, you're
That's
SOL.
just kind of
That's
what it was.
on you.
Yeah.
You should have
I mean, as young kids, it was different, of course. They would bundle us up, but
Oh, yeah.
as soon as you get to a certain age, you're like, hey, put the sweatshirt on, put a long sleeve shirt on, put on your winter jacket, stuff like that. You miss something and say, I don't want to wear it. It's like, fine, but I'm going to tell you I told you so, and that's just where it was.
I'm a wuss when it comes to cold weather now.
Yeah, he has a heated jacket.
Yeah,
now.
I had to get a heated jacket because like I just can't stand it.
Wait, what?
A heated jacket. He can't stand the cold.
You're such a baby.
Oh, come at me when we're out here.
He used
and
to work
it's
at
30
a
degrees.
freaking ski resort, and now he can't handle the cold. So,
Oh, I used
and
to snowboard every day.
winters aren't as bad
Vermont?
now as they were.
Yeah, dude. Colorado and Japan were both very similar to the Vermont trip. Ooh, I forgot about the Seven Springs trip. That was
All the
really
time you
good.
got snowed in there.
Honestly, any time that you get fresh powder is it's a good time. It's the best time. So we got lucky when we went to Vermont because we had just gotten hit with the snowstorm.
I can't.
And dude, like nothing's better than fresh powder. Nothing. It doesn't matter where you're at. Fresh powder is king.
I don't
Makes sense. I mean,
I-
it's
Sorry, I
nice,
was.
fluffy,
I disagree. I
like,
don't know.
makes your ride smoother and
You know what I
a
care
nice,
about?
comfier fall.
Riding in powder is hard though.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I heard it takes a lot more leg muscle than like a
Yeah.
thicker, heavier snow that
We
is
like-
more patted down.
we like
2
this.
C's.
I'm down for 3, but whatever. You know what I like about snow? It's the only thing I like about snow. 2 things.
You can make snowmen. You want to build a snowman?
Fun fact, I agree with that statement. Snowballs, snowmen, and it keeps your beer cold outside. That's it.
Oh yeah, it saves up.
Ooh.
Dude, you can put beer outside and not in the fridge. That's more room for tacos and burgers and pizza. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
Just saying. That's the only part of winter I like. Being able to keep my beer outside.
one of the more recent snow. I mean, not more recent, but like probably one of the bigger snows out of the past
Oh,
5 years.
Thank you. This is why we
Was-
have the guest of honor here. Thank you for reminding
I
us.
mean,
I wanted to
you
talk
guys
about
did
that.
some amazing things in the backyard.
Oh, yeah.
We've done a lot
Talk
of,
about keeping beer cold.
It was probably the biggest snow that we've seen.
since
past
92, if you guys remember.
Yeah.
92.
There was a
in
pretty,
the past
I guess
10
they were
years.
pretty gusty.
92 had a huge snowstorm.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Did the blizzard
It-
93?
Or 93, that's where.
Yeah.
93, 92, whatever, that year.
93 was a big year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was.
yeah.
But that
It
was a definite big
Mhm.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got like
I remember the farmers
3
telling us about that one.
3 feet of snow.
something like that.
Yeah, about 3 feet of snow.
We piled.
There you go,
the snow.
tactical. 3 feet of snow. Enjoy that.
Yeah. Honestly,
Don't do it.
I-
0 out of 10. Don't
if
recommend.
it's not gonna snow, I don't want winter. That's the way I see it.
You were
You
happy
have to make it
about.
worth it.
You were
Please.
happy about 3 feet. Both of you actually were happy about 3 feet.
Oh, like 3 when you get that much snow, you're
It's
not going
fine.
anywhere.
We didn't. We
That's what
didn't
I'm
go anywhere
saying.
for the whole weekend. Which,
Like,
let's
You
be
just get
real,
snowed in around here.
it could have been any better. I think it started on like a Thursday night, and it started snowing, and then we wake up Friday morning, and it's just covered. And if you guys check out my Instagram, I have a picture on there. You guys scroll way back to
Yeah.
I mean, we
2012
can
or
post it.
13, whatever.
14, 20.
We can post it on the Wheelhouse page so
Perfect.
you guys can
Oh,
check it
yeah.
out. It'll be so much easier for you. Just go onto the Wheelhouse Instagram
Mm-hmm.
page. We'll post it up after the podcast, and you guys can check
Yes.
it out and see what we're actually
It was-
talking about. Give you a visual.
Yes, because my car was out front of the house, and then the next morning, it's gone. Just snow.
There was so much snow that we had a hard time getting a 4-wheel drive truck out. That's the only way we got the truck out was because throughout the night we had already been going in and out, so we
Mhm.
made tracks. And we finally got out onto the road. There's like nobody out.
Nobody.
We had Alex pulled behind the truck with a rope.
But actually, we did. Okay,
In
so
the street.
this is a two-parter because we did that out front of the house. The first night it did kind of snow. We were
made
doing
the
that.
newspaper for
We
that.
did the local newspaper.
Oh, that was the fire pit.
No.
No, you guys made the newspaper for
ton of stories happening
snowboarding
at once.
in
Everybody's
the
follow. I'm sorry.
for snowboarding in the street. You guys made the front page newspaper,
Yes.
not for your fire in the backyard.
But then, we'll talk about the fire. But then we also did the main roads, and I want to talk about it because I think about this all the time. All the time. We're super sketch, super sus. Alex is on the back of the truck, getting pulled, having a grand time.
We're like, there's nobody out here, right?
Nobody. Until we realize, oh wait, snow plows are still a fucking thing.
But it's dumping snow, so like you can't really see very far. And
Oh man,
I guess
I'm gonna send him. He's got to watch this video.
the snowplow was out, obviously, because he went down the one road and we went perpendicular to it, and there was snow like built up in the middle of the road from the plow pushing it out. So we hit this freaking pile of snow, and it's just like a pile of freaking snow, just poof. And he's behind us still, right, on the snowboard. And after the snow clears, plow truck comes plowing down the road,
Doing what they need to do.
and thank goodness, he like either saw it or cut over.
It could. I don't want to. It would have
So
been.
be
bad.
careful out there if you're ever out snowboarding in the streets.
It's.
Many would not recommend.
I recommend 10 out of 10 fun time.
They do.
10 out of 10
Depends on the
fun time.
person.
Dying in the process, 0 out of 10. Don't recommend that.
Thank goodness he was safe and nobody got hurt.
Yeah, Alex was safe.
It's a risk.
It was definitely still a fun time. But the fire pit you brought up, and
Yeah, that was another.
that was amazing. That was the 3 feet of snow too. But what we actually did was
We did not have a fire pit at this point in time. If
We
you know our
didn't.
backyard, we have a fire pit now. We did not have a fire pit, but that made us have a fire pit.
Yeah, so what actually happened was, well, that person is no longer involved. Anyways, but we started a fire in the backyard because then snow started piling up,
Mhm.
and then we ended up building. I'll get him. You're good. What we ended up actually doing was we built seats, like not an igloo, but it was like a half an igloo. It was like a round seats with the front open, so you can get in, and then you could. This actually looks good. You can get in the front, and then there's seats all the way around, and the fire pit was straight in the middle, and that was amazing. And we sat there all night, and if you're of age, obviously, drink. But that's what we did. We were all of age, and we drank. We sat by the fire and let the snow fall on us.
The crazy thing was because we had the fire, but it was snow. Obviously, it was melting and turning into ice. So it hardened up and turned it into like an ice bench type thing.
Yeah.
Did you actually know that? So you have the Eskimos in like Alaska and stuff, northern. You have the Eskimos, and they built the igloos, and because it's the same story.
I think we tried, but we didn't have enough snow.
Well, with the Eskimos, they stayed warm by their fire and stuff, and it actually made their igloos stronger because it melted it, and it actually made
I did see that
the
post,
ice on the inside, and it actually
You're right.
insulated the igloo, and that's how they lived in the igloos.
Or I'm not. It's you heat the inside melts and then refreezes, right?
Yes. So as
Yeah,
it starts melting, it's starting to refreeze, just like your fire did,
Mm-hmm.
or your fire ring did, and so that's how. A lot of people always wonder because you hear about the igloos and stuff that the Eskimos lived in, and everything like that, and it's like, well, how did it melt? How did they stay warm? Like that they have the furs and stuff to keep them warm, but they would keep the fire going all the time, and so it was because like that kept them warm, and it melted the inside, only the inside of their igloo, creating that ice on it that then would not melt.
Teachable
and,
moment.
Yeah, and it causes the insulation, and it helps them stay warm and stuff, and
I'm down for that.
it makes their structure stronger. It gives them a foundation.
It also ruins your grass,
Yes, it does.
which is now why we have a big
Yo.
patio
Yeah.
because we had a
Fire
big,
pit.
So worth it.
Burn mark.
big
So
round spot of dirt.
Worth it.
Very.
We wouldn't have done all the work that we did all outside,
Very true.
right?
Yep.
now we have fires all the time, and hopefully it stays warm enough that we can have a fire maybe next weekend.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know what the weather's like next weekend.
I mean, it's supposed to start getting. I mean, this coming weekend, Saturday's supposed to be nice, but it's supposed to start getting chilly Sunday.
Now we're a weather channel. I love this.
Yes. Tune in tomorrow for live weather.
I wouldn't trust.
But Raven's got to be the one that's like.
I'm just going off what other people told me.
I'm just going to tell you what the weather app says on my phone.
That's it.
If you just want to hear it verbally stated, I can be your guy.
Yeah, I mean, we can jump on here and be like, don't wear the swimsuits, don't do this, don't do that, unless you're a very hot-bodied person. Then you do what you want.
Get your jackets and sweatshirts and gloves out today. It's going to be a cold one.
Can't wear the ball caps, got to wear the beanies today.
You guys are
going to
thorough.
fall off.
I'd have been like, well, the wind's going that way. There you go, people. It's going to be cold. That'd have been me. That shit.
You know,
that definitely would have been me.
It's really nice out, and right now, actually, at the start of the podcast, a local car club decided to have their trunk or treat tonight because it's so nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
How long is that going for?
Well, I thought about it. What?
How long?
5:30.
Until
Started at 5:30 till I don't know when.
6:30.
My Halloween costume's supposed to be out front, so.
Oh yes. Speaking of,
it's
yo, you go
Friday.
ahead.
We've
Freestyle Friday. Don't forget.
We've ordered our costumes for next weekend.
Did you?
Make sure you tune in to see what our costumes are, since no one really knows what our costumes are, and see what all the fuss is about.
It's gonna be great.
Send us pictures in your costumes. Tag us in it. Do whatever. Send it to us in a DM. Whatever. Let us see what your costumes are.
I want to see.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
So I think we're gonna do definitely a Friday stream for sure. We already have a title picked out. Special. We're not telling you anything.
Yes, it's the Halloween special.
We're gonna do that, and then I think are we gonna pass on a Saturday, like an early Saturday?
No,
Halloween thing.
Probably not gonna see anything on Saturday. So, we want to know what you guys are doing. If anybody's doing anything Halloween related this weekend,
for sure.
But next weekend, Halloween's on a
Saturday.
So Friday's a big day.
Yeah.
Halloween's if you watch, Halloween's my favorite.
Yeah.
Favorite time of the year. If you do watch, then you already know that these two people go. I'm gonna say it. I hate to say it, guys. Over the top.
We're excited
for Christmas. Over the top.
Yeah.
As soon as Halloween flips,
it's Christmas time.
They just skip Thanksgiving.
You're lucky the tree isn't up right now.
Oh yeah, I know.
I was about to put the tree up and decorate it for fall. That's how desperate I am to get the Christmas tree up.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that.
This year we're gonna have like 2 to 3 Christmas trees.
You'll see that in a future episode. But
you see what I live with?
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget next week, Halloween special. Can't wait to see you there.
Yes.
Real
quick, shameless plug, merch. We got to talk about it real quick.
We'll get there. We don't have anything
yet.
Talk
about it on Monday.
But it's coming out. Stay tuned.
Monday.
Get excited. It's cool stuff. I think it's cool.
Monday, live. Meet us 5:30 p.m. here on the channel.
Check us out.
See you there. Thanks, guys.